Hey everyone, in this video you'll learn how to record professional sounding vocals at home. Whether you're a singer, rapper, or you're a voiceover artist, this video will give you everything you need to know to get professional sounding vocals right at home. But first, a shout out to the sponsor of this video, DistroKid. DistroKid is the easiest and fastest way for independent musicians to get their music onto online streaming platforms. You can upload as much music as you want for one low annual fee, and DistroKid never takes a cut. They have tons of ways to enhance your music online, like synced lyrics. This tool lets you create a karaoke-style scroll for your song's lyrics on streaming platforms. It's an excellent tool to engage your audience and elevate the listening experience of your music that's free to all DistroKid artists on the Musician Plus and Label plans. Get started with DistroKid today using the link in the description and get 7% off your first year's subscription. So let's get started by talking about you, or your vocalist. Preparing the vocalist is a crucial step in recording professional vocals. The confidence of your vocalist will greatly impact the final sound of the recording. So encourage your vocalist to do some warm-up exercises before the recording session. This can help to loosen up the vocal cords to prevent strain or injury and increase accuracy and agility. Hydration is also key to a great vocal performance. Drinking water before and during a session can help to lubricate the vocal cords and prevent dryness or cracking in the voice. As you're tracking, encourage your vocalist to take short breaks to sip water and rest their voice. You may find that as the voice gets tired, it loses some brightness and presence. So do what you can to make sure that your vocalist feels comfortable and confident during recording. You can do this by creating a relaxed and welcoming environment and by providing positive feedback to communicate the desired style, tone, and emotions for the song. This will help them to deliver a more expressive and genuine performance. Finally, it's important to emphasize that a great performance is more important than hitting every note perfectly on pitch. There are various tools to fix pitch issues, but it's much harder to add emotion and energy to a bored or uninspired performance. So encourage your vocalist to focus on delivering a passionate and engaging performance, even if it's not technically flawless. Up next, let's talk about where you record vocals. When it comes to recording professional vocals at home, having the right recording environment is crucial. Your ideal space for recording vocals is a space with low levels of background noise and minimal room reflection. So choose a room that's away from any external sources of noise, such as traffic, the furnace, or any vents, as well as away from your computer fan. Next, consider some options for acoustic treatment to minimize sound reflections. In my recording space, I've installed some acoustic treatment panels that I've previously made on this channel. These panels cover the back wall, both sides of the recording position, and above the recording position with some clouds. Since this main room is quite long, I've primarily focused on treating this end for recording purposes. In the next section of this video, we will test some recordings from outside of this treated position. This will help us evaluate how improvised sound absorbing tools perform in creating a more controlled recording environment. In the first position, the microphone is pointed towards the back wall in the middle of the room. This part of the room may not be ideal for recording because the TV is on one side of the recording position and there's a couch on the other. There's also nothing above the recording position. However, it is away from external sources of noise such as appliances or ventilation, so let's see if we can make it work. We will compare a performance without any acoustic treatment to a performance using a vocal shield behind the microphone and then a blanket on a T-posing mic stand placed behind the vocalist. We'll use those separately and then together. Let's see how well this improvised setup can function as a vocal booth. In this example, you'll hear 4 vocal clips recorded in the same spot with the same mic, but with different forms of acoustic treatment, from no treatment, a blanket behind the vocalist, a vocal shield behind the microphone, and then both forms of treatment together. And thank you to Lexine for lending her voice to these tests. You can check out her debut EP, Misadventures in Love, in the description, produced by me through backburnerstudios.ca.
If I could rewrite the past, you know I'd take it all back. I'm so sorry for all that I've done. If I could rewrite the past, You know I take it all back. I'm so sorry for all that I've done. If I could rewrite the past, you know I'd take it all back. I'm so sorry for all that I've done. If I could rewrite the past, you know I'd take it all back. I'm so sorry for all that I've done. If I could rewrite the past, you know I'd take it all back. I'm so sorry for all that I've done.
Very interesting. It's quite similar. So I was wondering if this is because we're recording lengthwise in the room. In this next example, we rotated our vocal setup 90 degrees so that the treatment is facing the narrow walls of this room. I was curious to see if the treatment would have more or less of an effect.
If I could rewrite the past, you know I'd take it all back. I'm so sorry for all that I've done. If I could rewrite the past, you know I'd take it all back. I'm so sorry for all that I've done. If I could rewrite the past, you know I'd take it all back. I'm so sorry for all that I've done.
So you could say that the treatment makes the vocal feel a little bit rounder and more intimate. It is a subtle difference, but it adds up with the more tracks that you use. Everything just sounds cleaner and fits together better. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Proper microphone technique is essential to getting a professional vocal sound. Here are 3 tips to help you get a great sound with any microphone. Proper positioning of the microphone is key to getting the best sound possible. Always start with the microphone positioned facing directly at the vocalist. Of course, you'll need to know whether your microphone is front address or side address, so when in doubt, Google the manual. Now, if this is your only microphone and you don't like the sound of it on your voice, one thing that you can try is to turn the microphone and sing into it off axis. This often provides a slightly different EQ curve with the trade-off of less vocal presence. This is because the mic is going to get some more room sound mixed in with the not so direct sound. So it might be a good idea to adjust your setup so that the mic is still pointing at some form of acoustic treatment.
If I could rewrite the past, you know I'd take it all back. I'm so sorry for all that I've done. If I could rewrite the past, you know I'd take it all back. I'm so sorry for all that I've done.
Number 2, distance. The distance between the vocalist and the microphone is also crucial. Generally, you should start by positioning the microphone around 6 to 8 inches from the vocalist to capture a full and balanced sound. You can use a rug or towel to give them an area to stand in for more consistency between takes. Distance from the microphone can greatly affect the sound of your voice. However, you should keep in mind that the further you are away from a microphone, the more room sound you're going to hear, which is usually undesirable. And number 3, containing plosives. Plosives are the explosive gusts of air that occur when you pronounce certain consonants like p or b. So to avoid these unwanted sounds, you can use a pop filter or place the microphone at a slight angle offset from the vocalist's mouth. And even with a pop filter, you may get some boominess on your P's or B's, but in case you don't have time to retrack, these can usually be removed with a high pass filter.
If I could rewrite the past, you know I'd. If I could rewrite the past, you know I'd take it all. If I could rewrite the past, you know I'd take it all back.
So by following these tips, you'll be able to get a professional sounding vocal recording at home. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other tips for getting professional sounding vocals, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.
Crawling upwards, my scarlet letter, a dark reminder of what I've lost and all I've gained. How can I fight what's on the inside? My heart is screaming.